Thank you. It's good to be here. It's our second day, and it looks like it's a really busy day today. Today's session, we're a little bit focusing on straightness and suppleness of the horse and how we can improve the straightness and suppleness of the horse. And also, what I really want to make clear is how the straightness and suppleness really are very closely related, and how when the horses become supple, they also become straight. And one thing that I always like to say is that we supple our horses to make them straight. And maybe by the end of the session that comment makes sense, because if you're thinking, oh, why are we bending and straightness? How are those two things related? But they are absolutely related to one another. And like I said, we supple the horses to make them straight. So let's just talk for a moment about suppling the horse. So there's lots of suppling exercises, but what should a supple horse look like? Well, a supple horse should be able to bend into both directions, left and right. We're talking, I'm sorry, I should go back a step. We're talking about the lateral suppleness. So we have lateral suppleness and longitudinal suppleness. So at this moment, we're talking about the lateral suppleness of the horse. And we can see if a horse is very supple, it is able to bend left and right the same amount without resistance. The horse can execute lateral movements left and right with the same ability without resistance. And when we think about this, it's actually a very difficult task. If we're expecting the horse to do a half pass left exactly the same as a half pass right, that would be like you throwing a ball with your left hand as well as your right hand, same distance, same speed. And if you can do that, you make a lot of money playing baseball. So, but you can see how difficult this really is. And not only for the horse, but also for the rider. The rider also has to become as good left as right. And what we see in the horses, or what I've seen over the years, really is that most horses tend to be stiffer to the left and in a way more supple to the right. So we have to address the horses a little bit differently on the left side and on the right side, but we'll get to that when we do some of the training exercises. So let's talk also about longitudinal suppleness. So we're talking about the lengthening and shortening of the horse's body, i.e. lengthening stride and working the horse back to collecting. And that is what we refer to as longitudinal suppleness, and we will also work on that, and we have some specific exercises to improve this. Straightness. How do we know the horse is really truly straight? Well, I think a horse is truly straight if it can trot down alongside. We have even contact on both reins, and the horse is not trying to constantly push the haunches to the left or to the right. The horse is evenly pushing off on both hind legs. Then we can define that the horse really is truly straight. But in order to achieve this, I come back to suppleness. If we can get the horses equally supple left and right, then we will eventually, we will have a straight horse. And straightness is so important. And George talked about that earlier in jumping, how he also did a lot of exercises on the flat to make the horse straight, to make it supple but also straight, because of course it's desired to have a horse go straight to the jump. And I think that